What is your name and what is the story behind your name? My name is Koge Idris Bless, but I go by Bless because it's just easier to pronounce and it's cooler. The story behind my name. So I'm African, for those who don't know, and we get some bizarre names. I got a really cool one, but my mom named me Bless because when she had me, she thought I was a blessing from the Lord, and so she was like, I'll call you Bless. What was it like growing up? So I'm from a small country on the west coast of Africa called Cameroon. I lost my parents at an early age, around 5 years old, and I got taken into an orphanage built by American missionaries, and I got taught how to read, write, and mostly about Jesus. And so it was fun being in an orphanage. You had like 35 brothers and sisters that you were not related to, so it was always a good time. How did you discover your love for music, and how long have you been making music? So I always knew I had music in me, and you know, from a young age, if I heard music, I was always banging on something or watching the pianist at church and just hitting the pew and pretending like I was playing. But I never had an instrument because I grew up in an orphanage, didn't have much. But I always knew I had the gift of music in me. But it wasn't until I turned 18 and I got my first keyboard and started teaching myself how to play, and then I just grew into loving music. I have been making music for, it's getting close to 2 years. I released my first song in 2021, and so it's getting close to 2 years that I've been making music. What was the first song you wrote and the story behind it? So the first song I wrote was called Yahweh. Story behind it, you could never guess this, but Yahweh is about a girl. You go listen to it, but yeah. What is my favorite non-music hobby to do? Anything sports, to be honest. I've been getting into pickleball lately, and it's a really fun sport to play. What is a fun fact about me and a weird fact about me? Fun fact, I love grapes. I feel like grapes should be another love language. Weird fact, I don't love hugs. Like, it's an American thing. I really don't like when people hug me too much. What's the favorite song I've written? Circles. Circles is my favorite song. It comes from a really genuine place. Circles is my favorite song. What is something... Oh, camera. Just looking at the light. What is something that God has done for me that has produced the gratitude I have? I'll be honest with you. One thing I think I should work on is gratitude, to be honest. But I would say one thing that keeps my heart grateful is just look at what I have. Like I said, I'm an orphan. I was an orphan that had nothing, had no future and almost, nothing. And I have a studio here. I have 3-4 guitars in this room, pianos all over the place. I'm richly blessed. And so when I just look in my room and I look at where I came from, where I had 2 clothes to wear, and now I have a wardrobe and I'm picking, should I wear brown or should I wear yellow today? Just stuff like that reminds me of how good God has been to me. Do I ever deal with depression and loneliness? Yes, all the time, like right now. I'm just kidding. I'll do an extended video of this one, but yes, I think we all deal with depression to a degree and loneliness, but it's not something that affects me too drastically. I do wish I were but what is the point in my life where I can say Jesus is real? So fun fact, I was on the missing child list in 2018, and the cops, every cop in America was looking for me. And I ran away. I was a runaway child. But while I was doing that, it's kind of hard to run away from the authorities. You feel like a bad person. But I felt like that's what I needed to do. Like, I needed freedom from the place where I was at. So I ran away. And I remember stopping at a restaurant, and the cops were looking for me. Like, there was an APB all over the United States, missing child. And I was sitting there with a friend, and we had just stopped after running away again, and stopped to grab some food after 13 hours of driving. And a cop came up to us and said, hey, I got a APB or a call on my system saying a child like with your description is missing, and he was abducted by someone with that person's description. And I sat there and I was like, wow, I guess, my run for freedom ends here. But the Lord saved us right there. And that was when I saw a clear hand of God over this so bad thing that looked bad, like what I was doing, but really I was running for my freedom. He didn't ask for my name. He didn't ask for the person's name. He didn't ask for identification. He just walked away and was like, well, I'm sorry for interrupting your dinner. And this was like 2 a.m. in the morning. And so that was almost like God saying like, you're good, buddy. I got you. What is my workout regimen? What do I do to get these muscles? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And my friends hate it. But I do nothing. You know, it's thanks to all the manual labor I suffered back home. I just have muscles for days. But I do nothing. I really do nothing. What is my goal with music? One, first and foremost, I want to share the gospel of Jesus and share the gospel to people that, you know, necessarily don't listen to preaching, but listen to songs. Number two is I want to show people how a genuine walk with the Lord, you know, kind of is like. That's with one of my songs, Circles, which talks about my porn addiction, just to show people the realness of walking with the Lord and to, you know, talk about some of the things that Christians don't necessarily talk about, but through a song. Thirdly, really, which is closest to my heart, is to show the other orphans that didn't get the chance to come to America that they can be something too. They may not be in America, but if I could do it and if God can use me, He can use them. And I really want to use what I get from making my music, which I do already, to, you know, help the orphanage and help the kids back home with their schooling or with their uniforms. However I can bless them. No pun intended. How did my experiences from childhood affect me now? Positively, I would say because I grew up with nothing, it's kind of given me a drive to work and achieve a lot. Not just for me, but like I always say, for the kids that didn't get the chance to come to America and become something. And so that's a big driving factor, and to be a blessing to them. So positively, that's what I would say. Negatively, I would say trust issues, not only in humans, but even with the Lord sometimes, because I kind of want to take my future into my own hands and be what I want to be. And I forget that God's in control. And sometimes I forget He's got me, and I just want to run away and do my own thing. The big question everyone wants to know, is she the one? I hope she is, but I don't know. Like I said in the bridge, only time will tell. Well, thank you for watching. I really wanted to share this video to share a couple fun facts about me and some deeper facts about me to help you, the listener, understand, you know, the heart behind my songs and understand my vision and what you're supporting. And so for the OG people that have been here from day one, thank you so much. For those just finding out about me, you know, through this video, thank you. I hope you do stay. 2023 is going to be amazing. And the future is going to be amazing. I have a lot of new songs, a lot of new ideas, and I can't wait to share these with you. So buckle up, stay along, go check out my music, check out my music videos, follow the gram, you know, stay connected. And I can't wait to, you know, continue blessing you.